This episode of Dungeons & Dragons is brought to you by Doritos. Doritos, they're chips.
And they're really loud.
This episode is brought to you by pissing in your
went back
to Catching your breath. Everyone agrees it would be safer to rest outside of Kresk for the night and return in the morning. Esmeralda leads you to the graveyard where she knows of a secret passage. It is here where you realize that Esmeralda de Avenir has a strange resemblance to Irina Koyana. Surely, just a coincidence. Making your way through the crypt, you find yourselves cornered between a hidden passage and a legion of skeletons. Deciphering the message on the door and narrowly escaping death, you all escape over a derelict bridge over a deep chasm. You tell Esmeralda of your previous fortune, and she informs you that the Blade of Sunlight may very well be within Castle Ravenloft, and that the holy man of the town of Barovia may have know how to reverse a curse. She leads you out of the crypts, and you rest for the night. Unbeknownst to the party, however, Talia has indeed been taken prisoner by Strahd. Something terrible is beginning to happen.
I'm sure she's
I'm sure she's A-okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
Don't ask that question, actually.
So,
Is she a Goliath?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a vampire. That's the worst that could happen.
I don't like it. She got embraced.
last night, you arrived to Esmeralda's camp. You saw that she has a very large circle of salt, about a 60-foot radius laid around the area with little trinkets placed here and there. She set up a fire for you guys and assured you that the campsite would be very safe, except for you, Theron. She had to do a sort of ritual where she cut her hand open and smear blood across your face to allow you passage over the threshold of the salt. So she set up the campfire and gave you all little sleeping bags to sleep in around the fire, and instead of sleeping inside of her carriage, she sat in the driver's seat and sort of cradled her sword all night long. But you guys didn't see any horses or any tracks of horses as you all drifted off to sleep.
We all drifted off at the same time.
Around the same time.
Summer party.
Oh, she's dead when we wake up, isn't she?
Oh, I hope not.
Oh no.
I
From her
know.
own sword. She was cuddling it and got too close to the blade. She's like,
It didn't want to be able to.
Sorry, I come in.
Theron,
Oh shit.
it's a really weird way to lose an eye.
Oh no.
while you were sleeping, you were having a dream.
Yeah.
Is it a dream or a nightmare?
It is a nightmare.
Fuck.
You just had maybe one of the worst nights of your entire life. The memory of which is replaying in your head over and over again. You hurt the closest people you've ever had to friends, and on top of that, you almost died. You slipped off the rope and were falling into the abyss. Only this time, Lilith wasn't there to catch you. So you fall, deep down under the earth, the bridge above growing smaller and smaller as the light fades from your view. How does this make Theron feel?
Falling into the abyss, the bridge getting smaller, everything's getting dark.
It's just pitch blackness as far as you can see.
I'd say he's I don't know if scared's the word. More just like
Anxious.
I'd say anxious, not liking, not knowing what's about to happen.
As you are battling with your emotions, you look down and you finally see something. A door. A door from your orphanage. The one you were never to open. As you fall closer, it swings open, revealing an office inside. Fallen, as gravity reorients itself, as you check your surroundings, you can't help but feel like you're not alone. Someone, something, is sitting in the chair at the desk opposite to you. You know who it is, but you don't know who it is. You get closer. Finally, you'll know the person responsible for turning you into what you are. The one you're never supposed to know. The chair spins and you are met with the visage of a monstrous, snarling, wolf-like beast staring back at you. You blink and there you are again. In the jail cell. Dylan across from you. You, more of a monster than you were before. And the dream repeats. And then
Lovely.
the camera cranes out and zooms into Valora.
Valora.
Your dream goes much further back.
Oh, good.
Back to your professional Beyblading days.
The forests of your old home. The smell of dinner being cooked coming from the cottage. A familiar sunset falling behind distant mountains. You and your sister are playing a game you made up. You lost, but you don't feel bad. Your sister asks to show you something, and you agree. You begin to stray too far from home. A fog begins to roll in. Vivi leads you down a path you've never seen before. You turn back, and a raven follows behind. You look to your sister, her voice asking a question. Do you trust me? She turns to look at you, but her face is missing. Her hand is cold as ice. You startle awake. Everyone else is fast asleep. They're tossing and turning a little bit, but everyone else is, for the most part, okay. You look across the way the fire is died out and soft rain is beginning to fall in, and you see a raven sitting and watching from rock across the way. Do you trust me? It asks, in a voice mimicking your own. It hops down from the rock and tilts its head towards you and starts waddling deeper into the forest. It stops and about maybe 10 feet from the rock and looks back at you.
Everyone else is still sleeping.
Dylan is snoring very loudly.
If you knew what a chainsaw was.
Kind of.
You can make an addition out of this.
What did you stab me with your tree?
Growling in my sleep.
I've been shamed.
Well, you did, Valora.
Oh. I want to follow the bird, but I want to let them know where I'm going. In case they wake up. So I write a note.
You run it up.
I write a note.
Okay.
And I leave it.
Followed bird, D&D.
Just like that.
Seeing a bird about a bird. Be right back.
Bird's talking, gotta go.
What? Bird's talking.
You write your note, you stand up, and you follow the bird deeper into the forest. It sort of like starts waddling further on. Eventually, it crosses the threshold. You continue to follow it?
Yep.
Okay. You follow it for maybe 5 minutes, and you come across a clearing where the fog is sort of beginning to pull away from the grass. You can see the moon, actually see the moon in the sky for once. The raven flies off. No. I was hoping we'd get the chance to speak. Just you and I.
Sorry, that was the. Oh shit!
I was hoping for that.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Say psych right
For
now.
the camera, the look was.
You turn around and you see Strahd von Zorlich standing about maybe 15 feet away from you. I come in peace. One wayward soul to another. I know you have lost somebody close to you, and that is why you seek power. I seek the same things. Perhaps we could help each other.
Why do you keep trying to kill us?
It is an unfortunate circumstance. I am in the area, and so
Are
are
also in the area?
People that are trying to evade my gaze. I have interests of my own that these people are stepping in the way of, and you just so happen to be there when my plans happen. And for that, I apologize.
Every time?
It is an awful coincidence. I must admit.
What do you want?
I want to leave Barovia, but in order to do this, I need allies. And you have a budding interest in necromancy, yes?
Yes.
I have a wizard under my employ that is growing restless, and I wish to do away with him. Perhaps it is a good time to find a replacement. I know of a way to give you the power you seek, to raise that of which you lost permanently. All I ask is that you trust me.
My brain said, you sick son of a bitch, but that's not what I wanted.
Pulls something out of his cape pocket and casts Mage Hand, and a letter floats over to you. It is a list of ingredients. It is part of the incantation. I need you to gather those. If you have gathered them and you have an interest of what I have in mind, simply call for me. I will be listening.
Says no immediately for initiative.
He donuts you.
And what if I don't want to work? What if I don't want to do that? Because you still keep trying to kill my friends.
I'm not trying to kill your friends. I'm not trying to.
Bruh.
It is.
And yet, here we are.
That was my impersonation of me throwing Dylan.
You have no incentive to trust me, but gather the ingredients, see what they do, and perhaps. He thinks to himself for a moment. He pulls out a piece of paper and a fancy-looking quill and starts writing something down. He casts Mage Hand again, hands you the paper. It is a spell of the necromantic variety. You might find it useful eventually. He gives you the spell I Bite.
What?
I know that one. You just.
It poofs into a swarm of bats and flies into the night sky.
Oh, good.
So you been Stratty Daddy, hey!
There. Are you?
We're going around people, we're just back to you.
7 something strong.
You startle a lake, finally.
Poison him in the middle.
Like panting heavily. And you notice someone is missing.
Shitty night.
Joke's on us, just dead Debbie Diggory.
Where did she go? I guess I'll probably see her note. Bird was talking with BRB.
What a comforting note.
What the fuck does this mean? She high off her mind before she left? What happened? I look out there. Do I see any like footprints in like the mud kind of deal?
Oh, investigate.
Which one am I feeling, Carissa? Which one am I feeling?
The blue ones.
The
This one? Or these ones?
Those ones.
What did you roll?
That's an 8. Yep.
You see her trail that she got from the bed, and sort of the disturbance of the dirt and leading off in a specific direction. But you follow it, and the mud is starting to get mushy because of the rain, and you see it goes past the salt circle, but from there you're not too sure where, because that's where the fog is starting to get worn thick. And
Do I know if this? Do I still have the blood on me? Okay. Is it washing off in the rain? Okay. I'm gonna get Esmeralda aids, whatever that is. I'm gonna keep going the direction I think it's going.
Okay. You continue on further, deeper into the woods. As you cross over the threshold, you notice there's a small tower, sort of like carved out of a bone-like material, sort of placed on the salt. And like,
Do I recognize the tower?
just a tower, like a generic tower. And then you keep walking forward. And eventually you do hear off in the distance.
Don't worry about that.
That scared me. I'll go towards the noise, probably stealthily.
Stealth check.
Should I do the other blue one first then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the way he rolls, I'm telling you.
Oh my god.
It's the way he rolls, I'm telling you.
You know what, for funsies, I'm gonna take that one, but... What the fuck? Alright,
you wasted it.
We're getting it out.
Burned it.
I'm so upset
It's
right
fine, it took a little bit to charge up. I got the bad rolls out.
Yeah, and the one good roll.
now. The one really good roll.
What was I gonna do, fail 5 times before the one good roll?
As you're walking, you do. The fog is really clouding your vision to your feet, so you can't like watch where you're stepping. So then you step on a branch, and then you're up to something off in the distance. A swarm of something flies off into the night sky.
Probably like fall back and just like try to like protect the face, try to see what it was.
You wait a few moments, and nothing strikes at you.
This is not my night. Back up and try to keep going towards the noise.
You get going, and you see Valora standing in the middle of this clearing as the fog slowly begins to creep in. She's holding 2 pieces of paper in her hands.
Laura? Does she hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. It's a little late for a midnight stroll.
Midnight? Midnight stroll?
Midnight.
It's like 5 a.m.
You're midnight. A little late for a stroll.
Couldn't sleep.
What about a bird?
Flew off. It was weird.
You said it was talking.
No, I said I followed it.
Then that said it was talking.
You just can't read. It's 5 a.m. I'm tired.
Is she gaslighting me?
Roll an insight check. Versus your deception.
Well, okay, hold on. That's a nat 1. However, this is the one time this comes in use.
15.
Fucking
I think she still beats me, but,
Proficiency bonus.
no, not that.
Deception. It's 17.
It switches to an 8
That's so funny.
because it's an insight check.
They're being gaslit.
So,
Yes.
fuck up my rolls tonight. That'd be a 12. She still beats me.
Something is maybe slightly off, but you can't really tell.
Don't growl at me.
Bad dog.
I pitch myself.
Fuck! Your business is your own. You know, you have the most weird reasons to be out here right now. Your papers are getting wet. And I'll start walking back.
After another 5 minutes, you both make it back to camp, and Esmeralda is up gathering, sort of rolling up the 2 beds she had for you. Good morning. Up for a morning stroll?
Something like that.
Well,
One of us up earlier than others.
Some of us don't need as much sleep.
slowly
it's
the
an
rest of
elvish
you
thing.
begin waking up.
Is that piece of paper still there? The note you left?
It's where you left it.
Yeah, I put it back down. And I'll pick it up again, reread it.
What's that piece of paper you got
What
there?
does it say, oh person who wrote it?
Yeah. Why don't you tell me?
What exactly does it say?
Left to follow strange bird. Be back in a few.
Listen, that's not what I said at first. That you said, oh yeah, this is exactly that.
Prove it.
Bird was talking to BRB.
We're literally recording this.
We literally have proof right there.
It's wonderful.
It's nothing. Drawing paper.
Good morning, Agnes.
Alright.
So, now that everybody is awake or waking up, what is the plan? I know you all wanted to go and speak with the abbot.
Yep, we need to do that. Talk about his disease,
What was his deal again?
curse, whatever you want to
Abbot?
call it.
Yeah, but
I
yeah.
think he's like an asshole or something. That's
Yeah, Abbott's another
That's
term
what
for an asshole. That's correct.
no.
He is also a holy man, but
He's
the
supposed to be able to
asshole
help us
must
figure
stand
something.
there.
We were trying to get
I
to
think
time
he's
and
like
the
an
werewolves
asshole or
came
something like that.
attacked the area we were in, so it
This is
wasn't safe to
asshole.
go through the woods to get to him.
The
I see.
attacks on Kresk are going to continue unless something is done about it. Perhaps this is also where you can find more about your friend's condition here.
A crest.
The Kresk down here still.
That would probably be a pretty good idea.
I'm sure they'll love it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good for us to go deal with the problem, but then it also wouldn't be good if we had to cure even more of us, because that means we have to procure even more shit.
I would, if you are going to deal with the werewolves, I would like to help. It would be a good blow against Strahd and his plans.
So that's what you recommend?
I would recommend, but perhaps not yet. It is heavily fortified. I've scouted the area. A lot of werewolves going in and out at all times.
Now, see, there's another problem with that. This fucking thing doesn't do shit against werewolves, and I want to get it silvered so that it does do shit against them.
I need a lot of silver for that.
Yeah, about how much you think?
If you had 50 silver pieces, you could convert that into 5 silver bars, which would probably be good for that at least. I know you have a rapier that's extra sharp. I don't think that'll do good against a werewolf. In its current condition, if that were silvered, that'd be a good tool. You have arrows that are silvered, and the rest of you have magics.
Yeah, that.
I have
I
some
feel like I
swords
won't
too,
really
but I
be
don't
using
think those
swords
are-
that much if I'm fighting a werewolf.
That is
I think something else might happen at that time.
How much do you think it would take to silver 2 short swords? I have 2. What happens when I'm stuck inside of a close
2,
thing? Yeah.
4 silvered bars.
Who's gonna silver everything?
There was a blacksmith in the town of Kresk.
Yeah, I mean, we could easily like go talk to the blacksmith and get the stuff silvered, but more than likely, a blacksmith's not going to have silver just sitting on hand.
We would have to find the
Well,
silver first.
So
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, silver.
Perhaps we could take care of 2 birds with 1 stone? Or 3, even. He points far to the east. Castle Ravenloft looms in the distance. Deep in the crypts of Ravenloft, Strahd keeps his enemies, his prisoners, his treasure that he has acquired over the many, many years of his existence. We will find enough silver there. We will find your sword of
My
sunlight.
specialty.
We will find someone to help us with the werewolves. I have learned that the werewolves are having some management issues, and one of
Management
their
issues. Silly dog.
leaders is
What did you say? I'll find that offensive.
one of their leaders
Not to
is
say that
hiding in the imprisoned in the castle. Perhaps if we gained their help, we'd have a better standing against the werewolves.
Isn't it like
So-
super dangerous
It is-
though? What is waiting?
also,
for us
like
there?
Strahd has actively tried to kill us at
yeah.
every circumstance at which we've existed around him. I don't think going to his home would better our chances of not encountering that in the slightest.
Who's stealthy here? Is anybody? You're still.
I'm kind of have it.
I'm supposed to
I
be.
got a little bit.
It depends on my
I
rolls
just
tonight.
take the armor
Wait,
and just
my
kind of
roll?
shake it.
It
and
also depends on
it's
my
like-
rolls.
Right.
I'm supposed to be stealthy. The rogue's supposed to be the stealthy one. However, as we just saw, I don't think I rolled above a 5 all night.
There are ways into the castle under Strahd's nose. The castle is almost as old as he is. It's unlikely he remembers everything about it. I have
There's an
made it
option.
inside and out many times.
You have.
I have.
So why don't you go get the silver and we'll stay here?
Because it is dangerous and I can use your help and you need the silver. I'm not going to work for free.
Worst comes to worst,
Can-
we also have an open invitation. How much do I remember for being a werewolf?
Roll me an
Lincoln Park.
intelligence check.
Remember Lincoln Park?
Use the gold ones. Or the
Use the
This
fucking
one?
tower.
Yeah, the
bro.
like green and gold.
Yeah.
It's the way you roll.
Mine was
Okay,
spent
let's
on
see
that,
if this
so you
works. Wow. Fuck.
Gotta.
Did it work?
Yeah,
do you
it's a
get?
lot better than what I got earlier. Intelligence check. That is a 21.
21. You
He's so smart.
remember
Finally.
you remember rage and hunger and flashes of still images. Fear in your friends' faces. You remember the smell of blood on the wind. The taste of flesh on your teeth.
Do I at all remember there being a werewolf that got away? With a child? Fuck. Never mind.
Esmeralda, what would you say our chances are of getting this stuff from the castle, without anybody dying?
If we are
You've
quiet,
been there.
if we are quiet and perhaps maybe just a little bit more trained up, we have a decent chance.
How do we know that this isn't a trap?
Do you not trust me?
Never said
I
I
feel like
really
this
did in
is
the
my
first
time
place.
to go.
Oh yeah, I constantly have advantage on these because of my tattoo. I will also roll insight.
Can I roll inside again?
Hey, the second one was much better. I got a 17.
I don't think I have anything for insight.
12.
Also a 12.
You believe her. You believe that she can be trustworthy. We believe that she wants to fight off Strahd without his evil.
As I think Esmeralda's a good person. I have nothing. And she wanted to help me, so I trust her.
I have never met this lady in my life, and I have had too many bad experiences in my life to really trust anybody.
And I have never met you, and yet here I am putting my trust in
Oh.
the 6 of you.
She brings
A
so much
lesson-
chaos into
a
our
lesson
lives, I
in-
don't care what
You're
happens,
insane,
I'm down
do
for
so.
it.
A lesson in trust. It's not necessarily on whether or not you trust a person in this kind of scenario. It's whether or not you trust not possibly having them around. Yeah, we have no idea
I didn't think there was a card.
on anything about Esmeralda. And she doesn't know that much about us in, the nuance of it all. But we don't have much of a choice. We don't have much in the way of any level allies, and every single one that we've had so far has just been an innate leap of faith to see if they would help us or not. Because we don't know any of these people.
Including technically the 6 of us.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So if we go in
It's-
there, you're gonna help us.
I will fight to my dying breath. If it means that Strahd is
there,
finished off once and for all.
there is a
Pretty,
common goal,
captivated.
and
Or-
I quite
No.
frankly, I think your reason is sound. I think you're being legit.
We also can
If
check if Tali is there too.
yeah, considering she got taken.
If the Stallion version was taken, she would most likely be in the crypts.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty
vaporized.
I say
But-
we get ready, guys. What do you think?
I'd say we're gonna have to go.
I guess I'll suspend my disbelief.
We do not have to go immediately.
So
If you
you
wish
said-
to speak with the abbot today,
That
probably would be
You
the
said
best idea.
trade up, I assume that meant in a little while.
I watched you all fight the werewolves. You are competent, but in Barovia you need more than just what you are now.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Where was the abbot again? He was in Crescent, or no?
Yeah, in Crescom, up
She
like the
points
mountain path.
All
Was
the
he
way
the
up to the very
madhouse
top
guy?
of the mountain next to where you guys are camping out. The very top of that mountain is the abbey, or the abbot.
And he knows stuff about lycanthropes.
Well, we're assuming because he's a holy man, he can help us with a specific thing that we have that might be able to cure his lycanthropy.
And I believe this is where one of your divine objects is?
That too. One of the tarot card readings.
Well, why not do that then? That shouldn't take too much time, right?
Well, no, I think that's what we're going to do first because we don't, it's that or go all the way to Ravenloft and then come all the way back, which I think would probably not be the ideal thing.
You cross the threshold again, heading south down through the woods. You'll notice a little glass vial with something dark red in it, sort of lying on top
Oh my
of
god, it's Megan Fox's blood. She took it off when she broke up with Machine Gun Kelly.
You're not wrong.
Can I pick up Megan Fox's blood?
Yeah, let's get it. You do. And Ezra was like, it's a energy incantation. It is little important.
What?
The vial, it is of hag's blood. It is important. I will put it back. If you want to keep the protective bubble, it is for our own safety. We have a place to camp.
Let's put it back.
You continue down,
Beginning of the
and
Lion
around
King.
the mountain,
Reverse Lion King.
and make your way back up the winding path as the snow is sort of getting washed away from all the rain. It's still pretty cold out. There's a bit of like sleet in the rain. Yeah.
Instead of eating Mufasa, just
There are maybe about like 7 guards posted up along the wall, and it goes, "Stop! What business have ye?"
you fucking bumsy.
Esmeralda
Is one of the guys up there the same guy as yesterday that we talked to? Hey, let us in, buddy!
Hey! That's the one who charmed me with magics!
Prove it.
Well,
What proof do you have?
I'll let you in, but I wasn't supposed to.
Oh wow, look, I wonder whose problem that was, buddy!
The guy standing
Wow,
right
he
next to
pulled
him
easy.
smacks him. Esmeralda goes, she holds up a letter, goes, "We are on business of the burgomaster." And one of the lead guards goes, "Let them in!" And the gate opens. She reaches into her coat and pulls out another almost identical but older looking letter with like a symbol of like a fancy K on it. Hands it to you. Goes, "It will get you inside the town."
Sweet.
As you enter the town of Kresk, you notice that it is solemn. There is weeping and much sorrow happening throughout. There is smoke rising from houses. There are smashed in windows and scratched up walls, and along the main path there are 7 bodies lined up in a row. As people are saying eulogies and then
What a sight.
I wonder how many kids got taken last night.
I don't think I want to know.
one of the guards that was standing nearby just goes, "I think it was 3 kids this time."
3.
No,
How many do they normally get?
an average of 3.
It's tragic.
Good on them. They're keeping that meat up.
They're hitting that Sigma grind set.
Two's not enough.
It's a shame
But
what's
4's a
going
little
on
too
here.
much.
We're just good honest people trying to make a living in these blasted lands.
Where'd you get that Dorito?
He's got pocket Doritos.
We're just trying to make it out here, and these bloody werewolves keep coming up on us and doing us in.
Just do better.
Does this city have a mayor?
A burgomaster. No.
Oh,
In the big house right now.
is he crazy?
Is he crazy?
I mean,
Who
he
wants to live here?
No, have a choice.
I mean, to be fair, you don't have the choice to leave this place. You don't.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
mist will take you. Wander too far.
Again, I did kind of just wind up here. So
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you won't wind back to where you were originally from.
Really?
Not for a bit. A part of our thing is we're trying to figure out how to get the hell out just because we got sucked in.
So,
Right, well, I'm gonna go back to my watch. You lot have a good one. Wanders on.
and
Entrance dice as well.
have a good one.
Man, weird that he was just standing in the middle of the street like that and eating Doritos.
I was on my break. Fuck you. You continue heading north from this on this main street, and once again you around the bend where you see the graveyard and the shimmering pool of water and the gazebo with the statue on it. Continue your way up. Off in the distance, you hear a woman goes, "My husband, where's my husband?" Wandering up your way, you hear the tolling of the Abbey's bell, and coming from on top is a cacophony of laughter echoes down.
You guys hearing this?
Yeah, it sounds like someone told a really bad joke.
It's fucking weird. We just went mad at this point.
This is my hope.
Color me unsettled.
This is our hope.
As you make your way up, the slushy snow beneath your feet crunching and slushing as you walk and wander. You eventually
Is it rained?
the rain has lessened as the day went on. About 2 minutes of walking go by, and you begin to see an odd indent in the snow. Another minute goes by of walking, and you see bits of red starting to trail in with the tracks.
Up the mountain? Disease.
As you keep walking up the trail,
HIV you can trade.
further along around a bend, you can see a small, hunched figure dragging a somewhat fresh corpse up the mountain as he goes.
Hey,
What kind of corpse? Is it a human?
Human
Okay.
man. Lineage.
Oh, the husband.
you
Awful.
My check.
you bringing someone to a grave?
The figure stops and looks back at you. And you can't quite make out details from here, but he sort of jumps behind a nearby rock.
Do you not think we saw you?
Go away!
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
Are you-
I'll grab my rapier.
We're here to see the abbot.
You see a face peek out from the side of the rock. The master! You wish to see the master?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Master's not seeing visitors today. Go away.
Yes, he is. He's
making
seeing
an
us.
exception.
He's very busy, man.
Yep, very busy with us.
I
In
did not
about
recognize
10 minutes.
him.
We have an appointment.
It's urgent.
Yep.
It is urgent.
Yes, and we have an appointment.
Make a persuasion.
I'll make it.
You.
Oh shit, not me. Why me?
Is it as
What?
advantage
Please, I
because we're
thought
helping?
I was persuasion.
If she
I
rolled
literally
advantage,
have a
does it
charisma
help
of 9.
Advantage.
An advantage?
I got the
Yeah,
high
because it's
charisma.
helping.
it? That's why he chose
also
I have a
her.
charisma of 9.
It's my job.
That's why he chose her, and I know it.
13.
I know, right?
Is that your spell?
You guys.
What is your plus?
+4.
Okay. Coming out of the rock, you see a man hunched over. He has a tail. He's wearing a hood.
Proficiency.
He has
Is that this one?
weird, disfigured
Or
feet,
Warlock.
sort of resembling a dog of some kind.
Oh, a dog.
Oh,
okay.
persuasion.
Hobbles over and
It's mine.
reptilian hand grabs the body and starts dragging it up. The master's up this way. He will see you. Let's.
What are you doing with the body?
The master wishes for flesh.
For what?
The
Okay.
master's bride. Starts dragging up the mountain.
His pride?
Bride.
Bride.
Oh shit, you
It's
married a
for his
vampire.
bride? It's for his bride?
Yes.
Is he building her?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
He making a
Got it. So one of those holy men.
What is it?
Okay.
Abbott Frankenstein by any chance?
Yes.
Okay.
He making a Franken
You
bitch.
see that
Though his last name is Frankenfurter.
the half of
thank
his
you very
face
much.
and
It's Bird.
forwards this weird
He's from
disfigured like
Transylvania.
canine snout sort of morphs out of half of his face.
So, are you an assistant?
I'm the master's favorite.
Where did you get this body?
The pile. They didn't see me, so I took it.
That's not okay. You usually,
No.
before like you donate something to
Or-
science, you
no,
kind of
no,
gotta
no,
ask first.
No, you don't understand. The master needs this one, or there will be consequences.
If you do not put that body down, you're going to join the pile.
Make an intimidation check.
Whoa.
Spicy, Theron.
He's
Can
right,
I ask him
though.
very nicely to put the body down?
Fucking hell, bitch ass whore.
Roll in the tower.
I tried and it was worse.
Can I ask very
The
politely
universe
for
is
a roll?
persuasion.
Persuasion? Oh god, it's a 10. It's better than a 4, I'll take
He
it.
just goes,
I rolled a 3, so.
I'll leave the body. But if the master's angry, I'll say it was you.
You can say it was me
Well-
specifically.
I don't.
That's about it.
I don't think we should make too much trouble, guys. Let's just, this place is fucked up already as it is. So,
that's why I hide
Let's not
books.
desecrate another.
No, you see, we're
Let's go and see
we're
this
kind of
guy.
riding this thing of trying to leave things a little better than we found them because we kind of had to kill some hags who were turning kids into pastries. Like since then, it's just kind of been fucked.
oh,
Like, yeah, no, the place is fucked up, but more than you know.
You killed the hex.
I
Yeah.
myself
Real
have saved
vulgar.
at least like
Yeah,
3.
7 children.
and then we burned down the bone grinder.
They all just keep
is
coming
good.
to me. Dylan,
Reaches for a
Yeah,
body,
yeah.
smacks his head away.
move this behind a rock real quick or something.
Yeah, sure.
I just pick it up.
And then probably, I don't know, the rocky behind a minute ago.
is this important to you?
Well, I remember while we were walking up, a woman was asking where her husband was.
This is probably her husband.
Just roll it down
I don't think it's
the
right
hill with
that
as much force
he's
as
about to
possible.
become
That's
some-
right.
Freak show's makeshift bride.
How much farther is the?
Let's
It's
do
What is it? A castle thing?
It's like a
Building? Cathedral? Kind of
very fancy church.
fancy church.
Swam the moat!
Remind me, while we're going in here, after we conceal the body, I want to be like on high guard. I want to like,
Keep an eye out.
yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Horrible.
Thank you, Kara.
You're welcome.
That was
Thank you,
a
Adrian.
24.
Okay.
We're gonna keep you here for now.
Very
That's
good.
Adrian saying he misses you, and he's
I
glad
just
that
feel
you
Adrian's
carry
hand.
it.
That's Adrian saying he needs a revivify.
Okay, so the switchback road that hugs the cliff is 10 feet wide and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air grows colder as you near the top. The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot high, 3-foot thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked as one sort of, as the wind sort of jostles it ever so slightly. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also supports a chimney billowing gray smoke. You see the hobbled man sort of look back and push open one of the gates. He then limps his way inside. On top of the stone wall, you see figures standing from up there. Theron, with your crazy good perception check, what at first appeared to be extra guards from down below are made of straw and hay and perched up with wooden sticks.
If only they had brains.
Keep that to myself.
What is going on with this man?
Don't worry.
Well, you ever seen Full Metal Alchemist?
I have actually.
Stunted pine trees grow out of the rocky earth from the graveyard near the foundation of the Abbey's north wing. The windows of the structure are cracked panes of leaded glass. Ancient gravestones burst from a thin crust of snow in the yard. Beyond the low wall that surrounds the graveyard, the ground falls away. The village lies 400 feet below, and the view is breathtaking, if not a little depressing. The gravel path leads forward into the middle of the large structure. The huncho man just goes,
Master's inside. Well, he should be saying a prayer, probably. Doesn't tell me where he goes, but if he's here, he's inside.
he wanders inside.
Thank you.
It creeps me out.
Freaking nature.
Well, yeah, well.
You can't tell me he wasn't like a lab experiment gone wrong.
Loosely based off of Riff Raff.
He leaves the door sort of cracked open,
Orochimaru vibes.
and from within you can smell a horrific aroma of, you know when you walk into a pet store?
Yeah.
That smell hits your nose. You're like,
Friggin' rats.
Like the hay smell, or
like the hay and
Shit.
feces and
The litter box at the cat cage right at the door. Yeah. Ew.
all those gnarly smells.
yeah. Do you enter?
Can nearly
Yeah.
smells.
I mean, we kind of have to, but can I be like on alert?
That's fine. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And take like the scarf that she has and just like.
I'm on alert and also just.
Yeah.
She said. Basically.
Yeah.
Entering this larger stone entryway, beyond there is a courtyard, an inner courtyard. The thick fog that fills this courtyard swirls as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs facing outward.
Are these still the straw guards? Okay.
Are they real?
Or so it seemed at first. It is clear now to the rest of you that these guards are merely scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the Abbey's two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs.
You made it.
Troughs.
You guys.
I can read. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from the sheds. Yeah.
That.
Every so often, this figure that is bolted to the ground is sort of attempting to take flight with its wings, but then they get tired and sit back down on the ground.
What does this creature look like?
Think it's a bird?
It's perhaps was human at some point, but
Not really.
she has instead of arms, wings of like a bat at a human scale, and her mouth has been replaced with sort of spider mandibles.
Ooh.
It's like in Toy Story with that kid
Oh.
who like
Sid.
mixes up the toys.
Yeah, Sid.
I think you're right. I think you're right about
Will
the
Poulter?
whole Full Metal Alchemist type thing going on.
Yeah, we're gonna become a chimera.
Turns and looks at you, tries her hardest to fly away at the sight of all of you walking in.
Like in Fear.
Is this his bride?
No, not that one.
That one. Okay.
Well,
You tell us where
Christ.
Esther
guess let's keep going.
He leads you to the main hall. Gentle sounding music trickles from down from above, played on a single string instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with arched, leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in a hearth, while above the fireplace mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chains surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled as do not touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts.
I'll kind of just whisper to the group. You guys think that disc was the one thing like that when the card was referencing about being in the face of the sun?
Looks pretty symbolic to me.
Did it look like a sun on the disc? Might be.
We'll ask him about it when we encounter the abbot.
I will go find the masters for you.
He climbs up the staircase.
A little too eager to please, if you ask me.
And there's the alabaster woman just sitting there.
Should we say anything?
Are you his bride?
She
Yeah, bride.
She turns to face you. Her face is a stitched together amalgamation of various different like patchwork skin tones. Her mouth hangs slacking.
I assume that's a yes. Okay.
It's the ghost all over again.
Valiska.
Baron.
Esmeralda just starts looking around the room. Perhaps maybe into a more advantageous position. I'm just gonna study a good corner and leans up against it. Gonna study the golden disc thing?
Yeah.
Roll me a religion check. Religion! No!
I want to look at it too.
Religion.
I got nothing on religion.
It's alright, everybody. I've also got nothing on religion, and I rolled great.
18, 19?
I mean, I don't really know what it
Through
is.
your travels with in Barovia,
Yeah, really well.
and just sort of
Religion.
things you've remembered from when you first arrived and wandered into that one church and the statue from down. You remember hearing prayers to some sort of dawn father, a religious figure who either is the sun or summons the sun. You're not too sure, but this is definitely one of his symbols.
Now this is do I also get that info?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I don't quite know the name of this guy, but he's some sort of sun god. This is one of his symbols. If we could find the name of that sun god, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm sure our friend will tell us all about him.
Stepping down from the spiral
Please
staircase.
have the Godfathers.
Yeah, please just let him be Marlon
I have an
Brando.
accent for him. I can change it up just for you, Cody.
Coming down the staircase is a man clad in white and red robes.
Of course.
His skin is pale, his hair is sort of blonde and curly. He has like those Roman hair circlet things that are like...
Yeah.
It's like the leaves.
Yeah,
Oh,
But is
heck
it
yeah, that's
metal or is it
cool.
leaves?
his face is almost statuesque. The hunched over person sort of clutching to his robes.
You can't do that anymore.
Welcome to the Abbey of St Markovia. I am the abbot. What business do you have here?
Looking for answers to questions we have.
Answers? What questions have you?
Do you know anything about lycanthropic curses? And do you know anything about a spell known as Greater Restoration?
I know the lycanthropes are a curse, a pox in this land. They roam from village to village, plundering what they can. They move beyond the borders of Barovia into the outer world and bring back young men and women to grow their numbers.
Beyond the borders of Barovia, you say?
Yes.
That's quite remarkable.
You all want to leave.
At least it seems so.
Good luck, guys.
I know one of you is afflicted with this curse as well. As far as this greater restoration, I have no need for such spells. I would not be the one to know of such things.
How would he know somebody was afflicted with it?
Smells like
Is
a
that
dog.
stalker?
You know, that's a good question.
Yeah.
How do you know that one of us is afflicted with it?
Is someone here afflicted with it?
Oh yeah, you know, it's there.
Is someone here afflicted with it?
Did Baron say that?
I thought he was trying to.
I wanted to. Yeah.
You smell like a window.
I have been blessed with knowledge of the Dawning Father. He has told me many things that are happening. He has told me that many of you are saviors. Many of you are perhaps down a more dark and twisted path, but not without redemption.
You think we want to closer?
Another question that we have. We were informed about some sort of lead on something in the face of a statue. That how the hell did it go?
The powerful symbol of holiness is hidden within the sun in the holy house of a saint.
That would be it. And he said it was St Markovia, right? Yeah. So I give him that description.
You are within the house of St Markovia, the Abbey of St Markovia.
Would that have anything to do with that symbol right there? I pointed at the big ass disc.
The holy symbol of Ravenkind. And he walks over and takes the rather large golden disc and places it on the ground. And there you see an indent in the wall. Pulls out a little coffer and opens it up, and there you see a small silver amulet with a large ruby in the middle. Sort of around the amulet are sort of sunbeam-like pattern around it as well. Is this the object you seek?
I assume so.
That will be it.
I thought it was a sword. Oh.
No, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. That's in the castle.
Well,
I have a lot
actually,
of
he pulls it
sun-based
out of
things
the
now.
amulet.
It's like the Sword
also a
Griffin
gem of holding. Watch this shit. He puts it back in the wall and lifts the golden disc and places it on the ground again. This item you seek is important to the people of the town below. I could not just give it away to strangers who wander into my home. But perhaps a deal could be made.
Is there something we can help you with?
Off in the corner, Esmeralda was just like,
What we're trying to do at the moment.
is destroy Strahd.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what you've been told. Don't exactly know what that does. That's just kind of a hint we were given through that reading. What precisely does that object do?
It is a powerful item that can ward off the undead in all forms. Legend says it's able to hold them in place. Others say it can produce a beam of sunlight that will burn a vampire.
Okay, I can see why that would be helpful.
What do you want in return for it?
He just gestures over to Valeska. I am busy with my own plans against Strahd. But a bride needs a dress, and the village below has been less than helpful in that regard.
A dress.
Like
That
a
doesn't
wedding
sound
dress?
too hard.
Like a wedding dress?
A wedding dress.
So
Okay.
you want us to find you a dress?
Okay.
Any
Frankfurt.
specifics?
Wait,
I'm sure we
this
can
one
do
is
that.
though. Do you have a preference on the shape?
What kind of fabric do you want?
What kind of neckline do you want? I'm thinking of something that I can't
Can I?
say. Okay, so the kid he threw out of the window. He was betrothed. There is a wedding dress there because there was a betrothal, and someone has to wear a wedding dress to a wedding.
I'm gonna give it to you, Kara. It's in the town of Vlaki.
Right the fucking block.
Where this happened?
It's a fetch quest! That's why they say don't make a deal with him, is because it's a fetch
I
quest!
feel so smart right now.
Adrian?
The doctor's so good.
That's where you died?
Fought our way
Roll
there to
an
get him.
intelligence check.
Oh shit.
You got this.
Here you go, 4.
Can't see. I'm on the wrong screen. That's
Intelligence, not perception. You got this, Kara.
Baby,
14.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I.
You remember Vlaki. In the, Vlaki.
In the Valaki, hell yeah.
Can I, Esmeralda's nearby, right?
Just standing in the corner, like sort of out of view of the abbot.
Can I go over to her and just be like, is this weird to you? Anything seem odd? What do you think about this? Can I get your input here?
I do not trust the abbot. I've seen him kill a man for small things. It would be wise not to trust him or to cross him.
Okay. I mean, it's just a dress, though, right?
In Barovia, does never as simple as just a
You
dress.
could go steal that. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
The abbot, if you can acquire me a dress fit for a wedding in 1 week's time, I will give you the amulet and as a bonus. If one of you happens to die in your travels, I would be happy to bring you back to life free of charge.
We're getting this wedding, just got it.
This is, almost seems too good to be true. Are you sure this isn't, you're not trying to deceive us at all, or? This is, seems a bit unreasonably, advantageous to us.
The Dawn Father has ordained that heroes would come to this land and that they would be fit to cleanse it of Strahd's evil. And it falls to me to make sure that is the case.
Now, if and when you bring us back to life, are we gonna look like us? Or are we gonna have an upgrade?
When?
Fine upgrade.
Am I going to have wings or any other different physical part?
He sort of. He hasn't really shown much emotion, but mentioning that, he sort of falls a bit grim. That was a mistake. They were mistakes. But I'm still paying for. You will come back. You.
I want to see if this man really has a mistake in his heart.
In his heart of the cards.
It's a
How many
fucking better
skeletons
roll
are in your
than
closet?
everything else tonight. Adrian's spirit's helping me.
That's
He's telling you not to
a
die.
21.
21. He, with what little emotion he's giving, he does seem
Remorseful?
regretful.
Okay.
Morally great.
Aaron's good accent.
No.
Yeah, Baron's from the New York now.
Can you tell me a little bit about your god? Dawn Father?
Dawn
You
Father.
fucking-
Long ago, before Strahd's reign,
I'm stealthing
the
you.
people worshipped the Dawn Father. He would make sure that the sun rose into the sky every day and scare off the evils that crept on the borders of this land.
Okay. And you're beholden to this god.
He's a being of great power in this land. To those who believe in him, he is.
Does the abbot have any weapons? Like he has
no.
the red and white, but like, does he have like a mace on him?
Make a perception check. He's got a scalpel, and man, those things can fuck you up.
I think that's a 15.
Amidst his robes, you do see on the side the outline of a mace.
Okay, so he's strapped. Good to know.
There's something I was gonna ask about.
This is probably silly because he's most likely has some clerical spells or something. Does he have an amulet or something that could be a spell casting thing?
No.
No. Lovely.
Would the Dawnfather ever have been, or something similar, ever been something that Dylan would have learned about just in his travels? Maybe like her just as a side thing?
Not really. Because of the manner of Barovia itself being so secluded, you don't even know what Barovia is. And Dawnfather came from Barovia, so I'm gonna say roll me a history check at disadvantage.
You said you came from?
Bro, I don't even need disadvantage.
But before Strahd.
Oh,
Oh.
you need a 1.
Yeah. I have a +0 to history, so it's just a 1.
Let's go, baby. He's taking the back bar.
Aside from what you kind of remember here and there from your travels in Barovia, not too sure.
Would you happen to have anything here in the Abbey that one could use to read up on the Dawnfather?
He looks down at the small hunched figure, goes, Cloven, fetch some reading material, and goes, yes, master, and runs down the stairs.
So this god who wields the power of the sun, that seems effective against vampires. You said that amulet has power against vampires, right?
Yes. One of many artifacts in Barovia that have power.
I have another question. It doesn't involve the amulet, but more so those mistakes that you're still paying for. When we walked up here, your assistant, I'll say, was dragging a dead body. Says it was for your bride.
He looks over at Balesca. Yes. She's not ready. The people of Kresk, they have agreed for my services that I will take their dead on occasion for my needs.
Is that when you tell them, or when he
I see
steals bodies off of a pile with nobody looking?
When I see fit. We are all working towards the same goal of seeing Strahd rooted from these lands.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a price to pay.
Can I ask, how does the Dawnfather exist? Is he seen? Does he... Where...
He is like all of the gods, a realm beyond our understanding, but powerful nonetheless.
Okay.
There are forces as great as he that blocks his power from reaching us down here, so he sends messengers or influences individuals where he can. And at that point, Cloven waddles back up the stairs and hands you a large tome with a sun, like a golden sun emblazoned on it.
I will take it. May I borrow this for the time?
If you must.
It'll come back with the dress once we have it,
Very well.
since that'll be probably the next time we're here.
Okay, well. We'll get a pretty dress for your wife, and we'll get these powerful tools to aid us in our quest to defeat Strahd.
Yes. That will do nicely.
Okay.
If you will excuse me, I have business in the town below, and just nods to Cloven and walks out to the courtyard, out of sight.
Okay. Well.
Well, that guy gives me the creeps. Every single time I see him. I've literally faced death in the face. That guy is something else.
Is he
He's a bit odd. Yeah.
right in the head?
Are we
Rat.
shit talking him in front of his
Horizontally
wife
spinning rat.
Right
To be.
in the head.
and assistant?
Cloven just goes.
What?
Oh no!
What happened?
I'm sorry, it's just the face.
You got Cloven excited.
The master really is kind. He means well. He's treated me well. My family not so well, but he treats me well.
Kind of a weird necrophiliac.
Oh, the bride isn't for him.
Who's she for?
Oh no. Okay, I get it now. We'll talk about this later. Let's table that. Let's get going.
Okay.
Me too, Amber.
So long. Enjoy your travels.
And I'll stick back to Cloven
Lil.
as they're
Yeah.
walking out.
You
And
had
I'll
a
say to
lead
him,
here.
have you seen
Did you
any
share it with the party?
practices or
Yes.
anything
I
that
don't know if I did. I don't
your
think I did.
master uses to
I
commune?
don't know.
Kara said it because I got excited. I dropped the bar actually.
To
You
commune
did drop
with
a bar.
I
A
dropped
hard
the
bar.
bars.
The hard bar.
He prays every dawn. Every morning he prays long into the day. And around noon he feeds us. He feeds us.
Alright. I suppose he doesn't seem too angry about the fact that you didn't bring the body up, so that's good.
Oh, he was furious.
Oh,
He screamed at me something fierce.
well then my apologies.
It's fine.
He goes up there.
I'll get the body now.
Goes back down there. Now to see how well we hit it. He's searching all day. It's fast forwarded to Benny Hill
Not here.
music.
Not here. Not here. All right. So I'm just gonna say I know where we can find a wedding dress.
Where?
Ah,
Remember Valaki?
Sadly.
That kid that you threw out the window? He had a. Remember that lady he was supposed to marry who he switched minds with a cat?
You
And now she
threw-
thinks she's a
you-
cat.
wait, you threw a kid out the window?
He tried. I think he
So,
did.
like,
Did you?
the
Yeah,
kid-
you did.
No, he didn't
I don't
try.
have a good memory.
He did.
She's got a dress.
Time music won't be there.
She's probably not going to be using it anytime soon.
Does it have to be that dress?
Maybe.
Where else have you seen a wedding dress for free?
Is it for free?
How far away is this place?
She's
Now, how
not gonna
exactly would it be
using
free?
Anytime soon.
Still.
So,
Like a
what? You think,
I mean-
you think they're going to wed her when she's a
I
cat?
don't think it's free if you don't get
Maybe he
caught.
changed her back.
We'll find out.
It was about. If you had to stay on the road, it would have been 3 days travel here, so it would be 3 days travel there and back.
Oh, okay.
So we got a week.
Yeah, we have plenty of time
We
before
gotta-
we just head
I
for
was
it.
just saying,
Is the
it's
price
right here.
Just mindlessly staring out the window.
Does that seem like she understands anything? Like, she got my name.
What's that?
She hasn't really made any like. She's just been staring out the window this whole time.
Oh, by the way, with the, I'm sure you picked up on it. I think actually would Dylan have figured that out? Like made that connection from what was his name? The hero
Kevin?
dude who got DO'd.
Is Mark the Lesser?
Yeah, is Mark like? Would Dylan have made the connection with his sister to this bride? Connecting that as like who the bride would be for?
Yeah, intelligence check.
All right. Jason figured it out, but
I got a 12.
Dylan. Oh, intelligence 18.
As far as this is what I get from highlighting her name.
Is V.
Valeska?
Viva la Revolution?
Valeska. You don't really know. She's just sort of staring out the window, but you do see maybe a tear roll down her cheek.
Alright, let's put Old Yeller down.
You know that Strahd called Irina by a different name, Tatiana. You're not quite sure what that is all about. You don't have a whole lot of information about that. You know, he's looking for a woman that, according to him, Irina fit the description.
And Irina's also the one who Esmeralda looks a lot like as well.
A little
Is
bit.
that there? So I kind of think that the abbot's plan here to deal with Strahd is that this bride is essentially a time bomb.
Go on.
The fuck's a time bomb?
It's basically you put an extended fuse on dynamite.
Fuck's dynamite?
It is explosive stick used in mining operations. Some ne'er-do-wells use it for less than reputable things, but
I've had to transport it, like a little bit of it, throughout my sailing, but that's about it.
No.
Essentially, all you have to do to determine the time on how long it takes for a thing to blow up is just the length of the rope and the material it's made out of. But anyways, I think that's what this bride is. Some form. Maybe not a physical one, because that would that would be very hard to do, and I don't know how he would do it here.
I'm gonna lure Strahd
With a bride.
with a
He's looking for
person.
one. Yeah, he's looking for a bride. And if it's
Why would
anything
Strahd want a
necromantic,
bride?
he was probably be interested.
Strahd is definitely a romantic.
Really?
A long time ago, or what Van Richten has told me, is that he had a wife or something ages ago, or he was in love with someone. I forget her name.
Tatiana?
Yes.
That's-
Yeah, Tatiana.
He kidnapped someone who we had originally allied ourselves with. Like, he kidnapped that person's sister. Her name was Irina and kept calling her by that name.
I doubt it was her sister. Tatiana was a long time ago.
No. We're talking about this hero's sister, which I do have to point out. You said you've been around for a while, able to come back and forth. That's a person I think you bear a very striking resemblance to, is this sister, who he, I presume, mistook for this Tatiana.
So you look like his wife too.
This is just a coincidence, I'm sure. Many people of Barovia look like everyone else. Their ancestors look like the people who are alive today. The souls are all recycled. I would not be surprised if somewhere along the lines mine got mixed up in all that. But I am me. I'm not some recycled soul. I know who I am.
Cody slowly reaching for the die. Cody, use the damn tower!
Well, to be fair, this time it was rolling and I hit my d4s. That would be 12.
Fail.
Okay, so anything 7 or lower is 12.
Yeah. She's confident that she believes that she is who she is.
Okay.
Was Strahd always
No, Barovia was the friends we made along the way.
Like every vampire, they were always like us, alive at one point. But whether through a curse or a bite or what have you,
I'm just trying to understand what his motives are.
Power.
power.
Power hungry man.
I mean, if he rules this whole land with as much of an iron fist as is shown, the only time I've ever really seen that ever go anywhere was they wanted more.
He has been trapped in Barovia for, as far as me and Richten know, a very long time.
Strahd is?
Strahd.
That's interesting.
So he.
So Strahd's a victim of Barovia just as much as we are.
So
Well,
it would seem. We do not know why he wants out or how. Well, we know why he wants out, but we do not know how he plans to get out. But I am afraid that this time, whatever he is scheming, he may be close to achieving this goal. This is why it is important that I find you. This is why it is important that we stop him, whatever the cost.
any idea what he would do if he got out?
Let's stop it.
Try to take over as much as he could, rule it with an iron fist, use magic to blot out the sun so that he can reign freely.
Create livestock out of
So,
all humans ever.
Not good stuff.
No,
Good stuff.
no.
Oh.
No man corrupted it by as much power as what Strahd has ever. has good intentions.
Well, yeah.
They're twisted at best.
Okay.
We're probably burning our
Yeah, we need
time
to
to get over to this village that we all love so much.
go. Yeah, just like the toothpaste it's named after.
So no, there was dice in front of me.
We went back
Pretty
down
colors.
to the town of Kresk.
Correct.
Yeah, well, let's see.
And when we get there-
homies looking for the body still.
Anybody's
When
thread baker, or what do you call that?
Baker? How do you
A
pronounce
tailor?
it?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Oh yeah.
I heard it.
I was pretty much gonna say, as soon as we get down there,
No,
I'll start
that's
asking
a
around about a local
Oh.
tailor that can make a dress.
I'm a little
You
deaf.
make your way out of into the courtyard again, and each of you start making your way out. Valora, a small girl,
Oh god, not again.
hunched over.
God, now it's Samara.
She
Okay,
has
let's go.
black feathers protruding from her face and down the rest of her body. Sort of, sneaks up next to you.
I have something for you.
She gazes into her dress and hands you a letter.
Have a nice day.
She runs back into the opposite wing to where you entered.
Why does this keep happening?
What?
Don't read the letter.
No, I'm not.
What's with the bird person?
Well, you just read the letter, so what does it say?
Happening to me.
I've noticed.
Like birds.
What's her
And I
name?
can't even hurt them.
What's her name? Saltspire?
That guy.
Say, bro. She didn't
So,
say.
what was the letter she handed you?
Nonsense about more magic items.
No.
Like, what exactly? What nonsense is on there? May I see it?
What are you
No.
Until Enough touches his
I
hand.
don't
for the letter.
know.
That's kind of shady.
I don't know if I want to share.
What's it
I
say?
wasn't aware we had friends here.
Additionally,
Again, nonsense.
What's it
can
say?
Dylan roll insight?
Yeah. So, you want to make a perception check?
Sure.
What'd you get?
Wasn't bad.
The DC's not very high. I had advantage. And
20.
oh yeah, no, I don't believe her. I got an 11 for my higher roll.
You got a nat 20. He's gonna leave you no matter what.
No, it was dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20. I'm sorry.
It's really weird that whoever wrote this letter would write additionally.
Can we know what
Maybe-
it says?
Yeah, I just have everyone huddle around and I just read it off. Additionally, there's an artifact I need you to find, one of great power, far to the north. There is a temple deep within. You will find this item. Your friend.
Your friend.
Yeah, that's how it's signed.
Who is that? Who's your friend?
We had a wizard help us before who sent us. What was his name?
The
Asmodeus Alastair.
yeah,
That guy! He
So-
breached Barovia and sent us some things that
Yeah.
aided
That's
us.
his
And
eye
his-
right
and-
there. You better remember that name.
one of his fellow practitioners who was there was the one who gave us the tarot reading. She was a divination
Dottie.
person.
But he's the
So-
only one that we know that's magically breached Barovia and helped us before.
But also, the last time that they reached us, wasn't that through a message?
It was a crate
A
thing.
rift in space and time opened in your campsite, and deposited a large iron safe containing a letter.
Cool.
So
it would be
Ripped in space
it
and
would
time.
be really weird for them to just send us a letter straight through a messenger, but
we don't know anybody else here. I don't know anybody else here. I'm not from here like the rest of you.
Maybe it's incomplete.
Ratavio? Tavio, maybe?
Do we count him as a friend?
I mean, I don't count him as an enemy. I don't count him as an enemy. There's also the family who runs the inn in Valaki.
Octavio's adorable, therefore I think
Who
he's a
we
friend.
kind of help put in power. I don't know. That's weird. All right.
But why would it just, if that was the case, why would it just be to me
He's
if
adorable.
it was for everybody?
Don't know.
Can I look at the handwriting and leave anything about like who wrote it? Can I like do anything with that?
Roll an intelligence check. I will note that you haven't really seen much handwriting from anybody specific as of yet. But if you roll high enough, I will let you memorize the handwriting and use that information for later.
You want the tower?
Very useful.
So it's D20 plus my intelligence.
Your intelligence
plus-
modifier. Yeah.
Wow, 6.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
It just
Welcome
looks.
to
It's kind of fancy handwriting.
Kind of fancy. Sure. Okay. Cool.
Everything's not bad.
Amazing.
This proves
But Laura's got like
that
fancy
God's
handwriting,
who's
so-
got that good a handwriting.
Incredible.
He just like me for real.
I mean, I rolled an 18 on an on an intelligence thing, so
Okay. Well, that's a very weird.
That's
isn't
very
it?
good.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah. All of this was walking and talking.
Well, I still wanted to know what
Looking back
yeah,
at the
little rat
strange
boy
time.
was.
You
Rat
do
boy.
see Clover
Rat
just
boy.
go, where is it? Where? Ah,
Oh, the body?
yeah.
I think it rolled down the hill.
No!
I point in the opposite direction.
Starts climbing back up the hill and running down the other side.
Is this safe enough for me to drag this body back? Or is he still like in within
If I
eyes
didn't know any better,
watching
you'd be the
me
thing to say was
inside
not
of
good
it?
yet.
Oh, you can roll a stealth check while you drag the body down the hill.
Stealthily drag a body.
I think Laura's still kind of staying away from Theron too.
Oh, don't worry. Theron's got you on his sights.
Theron's got everybody on his sides.
So, Danajon, stealth checks, disadvantage for him on,
Disadvantage.
Wah wah.
that should be at least a 9 though.
I'll tell you what. He rolled a 19, but then with disadvantage, he rolled a 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stealth rate, stealth
Power
is plus
of magic.
6, there we go. Oh,
You're
bad
Quite
luck can't
con-
get me
quite
today.
confident that you are able to stealthily drag a body down the hill.
Want to tie rope and just
Yeah.
The real question is, how would he have reacted if he found out? Would he just be like, "Oh, thank you for finding the body," or would he have just like jumped on your face and tried to claw it off?
probably was to do the first thing. If I complied, if I said, sorry, I gotta bring it back to town, then he'd probably jump on my face and claw it off.
Yeah. So you get down to the village. Some of the guards see him dragging the body and just sort of like, found another one?
Sort of. Didn't find it nearby. It was taken from the abbot. I heard about the deal.
No.
Just try and maybe sneak one by him. He lost the body.
Oh. As I was saying to you, I don't quite agree with the abbot's deal, but I just put with the rest real quick, like.
We didn't see this body. I think there was a widow looking for her husband. Check if it's this. And I'll keep pulling it towards the pile.
The guard goes off, looking around town.
Do I find a tailor?
One of the guards goes, looking for a tailor? Just looking at one of the bodies and, well, that'd be him right there.
Well, shit.
Shame, really. He was a good one. He made my little girl the prettiest dress.
Maybe we could go to the abbot Say.
Yeah! Hey!
Raise this
It happened
guy.
really quickly.
He'll
Remember this
make
guy?
you
He was
address.
totally with us.
He'll make
Cash
you
that in
address.
early.
Well,
You don't want to waste.
It
okay.
took Terry with materials a month to make a dress for a little girl. So
That's a horrible
A month.
hold on, materials lying around. We need silk and
More dead people to steal from.
that is unfortunate. Without options, Valaki, I guess.
Yeah, I just remember. I was like, what
Lucky
are
is-
games from?
Valaki's a little bit of a stretch, just like if they still
Well,
have that dress instead of they tossed it.
we could take my cart, which is
Dark
a little faster than walking.
There's
Probably be a very good idea.
Might be
Its
a
name
little
is
cramped.
Donkey.
Last I remember, your card
That's
had
okay, it's also
no
more
weight
You ever
expensive.
played
to it.
that?
You don't like it.
Oh, okay.
There, I still-
Yeah, I'm here. I can just pull it.
That's alright.
You're gonna pull it.
Yeah.
Ah,
You've seen what the fuck I
It
can
is
do.
better that you see for yourselves.
Are you sure? Because I kind of want to see this.
We can try.
Yeah, let's do it.
She doesn't get entertained very often.
As you continue down south the road, you pass the burgomaster's house, and he's out front discussing something with the abbot. And the burgomaster is weeping softly. And the abbot just turns and goes, "Good luck on your travels, outsiders. Good luck and be well."
Just keep on walking.
You just nod to him and keep moving. The abbot enters the house. You see a flash of golden light as you are exiting the town. And you continue down, and then around the mountain. It is about noon at this point. And you get back to Esmeralda's campsite.
Yeah.
Across the threshold, she cuts her hand again and smears the blood all over your face.
This is fun every time. Can't we just remove the salt now that we're moving?
That is a good point. I will go gather the materials. You all.
Or I can wait outside the circle.
No, it's fine. It's whatever. I will go gather the materials.
Thanks.
You're welcome. This one. This one. Don't touch my cart, please. It is for your own safety.
No.
She goes out.
I will touch the cart. Just one finger, just.
Roll 10d6. Thunder
You're
damage.
tempting him.
I'm not. He's not tempting me.
Oh shit.
Oh no! You know, this thing's got theft. It's got theft security.
A better description. Under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint, and its wheels have fancy gold trim. A brass lantern hangs from each corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep out."
Flashy. Purple paint.
Gold
Oh.
rims, purple paint. LA fan.
Do you say flashing or flashy? Like strobe lights or gaudy? Like ugly?
Gaudy.
Okay.
Lilith,
Yeah.
he needs maybe 10 minutes. When I was out looking for some of us earlier today, I found something in the woods that I thought maybe you would know a little bit about.
What?
Some weird artifact I saw.
Do you have it with you?
No, I left it. I did not want to touch it. I was wondering if maybe I could show you it before we left.
Sounds good to me. Is he gonna murder me?
I
Yeah.
really don't
Can I
want
go
to.
in the-
I don't want to
go in
see
the-
Theron's weird artifact. Okay.
Okay, so this could go
It's
really.
made of bone.
This could go really wrong in two different directions, and I don't want it.
It's a,
Can I have some pepper spray?
you have a fucking sword.
No,
Pepper spray.
This is not going to sound any better with the current circumstances. But is it just Lilith and I going? Because that's my intention. Nobody else is tagging along, right?
Jesus.
I'll just walk up.
I
Hey,
feel uncomfortable. I feel
what are you planning on
unclean.
doing while we wait?
Need to go look at this real quick. 10 minutes, we'll be right back.
Okay.
I guess.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna try and see what they're doing.
I purely wanted to
Don't
fuck
want
with
them.
Cody. That's all that was.
Stealth check.
Let's see what
I
happens.
needed nothing from
They're
Theron.
actively searching. Keep an eye
Well,
Like, we're using the black one.
what Laura cares about the whip and wants her to be safe.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit. Well, that's a 10.
10 versus her 12. Yeah.
out. You don't know she's there.
She's following along.
So you go all the way to the edge of the magic circle
Mhm.
with Laura.
I'm looking out for you because I care.
It's still there.
Okay.
Well, what is this you wanted to show me?
There's this weird bone thing that was here.
What?
I don't know if it meant anything. Like, we found.
Just to be clear, there's nothing weird here, right?
This is weird.
Okay. I see the bone now.
On the ground, you see a strong.
I see the actual.
Not hidden at all. I'm just trying to see what you guys are
You see
doing.
like a small item about this sized carved from what looks like a type of bone or maybe a tooth that is carved in the shape of a tower.
Well, if Miriam's like, oh thank God, it's not a penis.
It could be a penis.
Oh, it's a
There are some spells, or more like rituals, that are done to ward off evil. And that sometimes they involve items of high value or ritualistic importance. This appears to be one of them. You don't know exactly what this is, but it's sort of along those lines.
Okay, so from what I can recall, this is some sort of magic thing. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily magical, but it could be used in spells or rituals, something like that. So it's not. I don't think it's inherently magical, but it's used to do magic or ritualistic things. But I can't quite place specifics.
Like, or staff, or whatever the fuck you have.
I
actually
wish I
don't know
could
what
tell
you
you. All I
have.
know is that I could have some magical connection.
May
Straw, is it
come
you?
as a surprise, but I think that Alora's hiding something.
Okay.
When I went on my morning hunt for her, she was just standing in the middle of the mist, and she had some papers she was being very secretive about. And now this also happened. She said she followed a bird, and now she has another bird giving her more papers. I know you're probably more of her interest in the group, so I don't know if she would feel more trustworthy of you to
He's
spill
seen those eyes that you look at her with.
info,
You know, whenever you're
Up to
sitting around
you,
the campfire, you just go.
but I think
Pretty sure.
there's something not
Yeah,
right.
we heard the bolts.
In life, I took a vow of honesty. There's
I'm not
not-
telling you to lie.
I don't know. I can ask if you want, but
Speaking of
I don't want
we
her to
lost
think I'm
some
trying to
time today.
manipulate.
Did I
You
walk
found-
close enough to hear this? Are they
She
talking
left
too
this
quiet? I can just see
for us to
them.
read.
You can kind of see them.
That's the note that she left about following a bird.
These are pretty good as that.
I think it's be right bewitched.
Well, I'm gonna put this in my pocket, my coat pocket.
She left that for us to find, so that can help start that conversation.
Okay.
She left that on the carriage.
I hope she doesn't think I'm trying to break her trust or anything like that.
I think she's breaking ours right now.
If the topic comes up, then I will say something, or maybe I'll ask about the bird girl. Whatever later, because maybe you're right, maybe she does trust me a little bit. So maybe
I won't go
I'll-
into that.
So what the fuck do you think they're talking about?
Lilith's
down there?
oblivious, man. She doesn't. She got charisma of 9.
You slept in the same bed with her.
Okay, it was a tent.
You cuddled.
It was cold. It was cold.
Multiple times.
It was always cold for Romeo.
Not suggesting you lie.
Accurate.
Not
That's the
suggesting you break her trust. But if something comes up,
Okay.
I
and
just went
I also
started
was-
helping Esmeralda.
I also was curious about the weird bone thing.
Yeah, that's.
That was not a lie.
It's
I also
weird
told Dylan that I didn't see anything.
bone
like,
used
there
for
was-
magic is
they
what
were
I'm
just
gonna
talking,
call it,
and I left him
or a
private.
ritual bone.
I just wanted-
I'm still just standing there.
I just wanted to make sure he wasn't
The
gonna hurt her or
sacrifice
anything.
kind.
Sort of at this point, just hands on
Kinda
hands
had
on the
enough
hips,
of,
like curled up in a fist, just kind of watching
stuff
out, just in
like
case
that.
anything's like looking to take a bite out of it.
It's her
It's like the
next
sassy mom waiting for you to get home after your curfew.
Esmeralda sort of points out in the opposite direction that she is going and says, start over there, get as much of the salt as you can, but make sure you pick up the items. There should be 5 in total.
Is there a particular order or just?
Just grab them. There should be the eye and then a sack of dust. The other ones over here. As you go, you pick up an eyeball, about that big.
Good.
Looks like maybe an eagle's eye. And then you keep going,
Dude, gusher.
and you pick up a small sack of
Field grape.
dust as big as
The surgery.
that big.
Oh,
Powdery dust substance. You're not sure what it's from.
M&M's.
Then eventually you loop around,
The wrapper.
see where they're standing above the the tower. Tower artifact. For sure, talking. You two do see Valora coming around the bend.
Ah,
Hello, y'all. You coming?
hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have fun over there?
Everything
Everything
okay?
alright?
Yeah, there's this weird bone object.
Yeah, he showed it to me.
Bone object.
Yeah, I guess it's used
Is that
to.
code for something?
No, it's actually literally a bone. It's not what you
Yeah, you
it's
could
a
just pick
literal
it up.
bone. Yeah, why don't we pick it up?
So I don't fuck with magic.
You left it there?
Can I go back and just
You pick it up.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and retrieve the bone.
As you pick up the bone, a shimmering dome sort of dissipates from around and circles back into the salt that's left on the ground.
Yeah.
Sort of back into the ground.
Whoa.
Esmeralda joins you back at her cart and she goes, well, that should take care of that. The items, please. And she pockets them.
Just an eyeball. Just keep it in a jar or something.
An
But
eyeball,
Laura doesn't think it's weird.
It's gonna
because
dry
it's
out.
magic.
an eyeball that's plopped into a
Sadly, probably not for
solution of some kind, a
Cool.
sack of
She
dust. that-
probably doesn't know like
thing.
what it is or like what it's for, but she doesn't think it's weird.
She's also
yell that
holding
she
a
has.
silver dagger driven into like a plank of wood.
Eagle eye spells. Ugh.
Interesting.
Basically.
Hate one of these spells.
She climbs onto the driver's seat of her cart and not before unlocking the back door of the wall. And just goes, you all like to climb in. It is safe. Just try not to set on anything pointy
I'm gonna go climb in.
and don't touch the trapdoor.
Good
Didn't
advice.
we sleep in this before?
No.
Oh, we slept in tents outside of it.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I thought we went in the car.
Because I'm a bit clumsy, if we do accidentally touch the trap door, will it like blow up?
You know, it's better if I just disable it and she walks inside and holds like a white potion and puts it in a chest somewhere.
That's a very good idea. I'm pretty clumsy. So am I pulling this bitch or what?
You can try.
She said she had something, so.
I would very much like to see the small man pull the big cart.
Let's do it.
Is there room to sit next to her? Like, is it a bench or can I sit up there instead of
Alright.
sitting in the back?
I'll go ahead and.
Start.
Are there ropes?
No.
Nope. All right. Anyone got some rope? I'm not gonna cut it, so. Tie it on. Tie it on.
Finish rope he has left.
You got that.
Tie it on. Tie it on. Strap around.
Strength check.
While he's pulling that, can I look in the cart to see if she has like a whip in there?
To see if she has what?
A whip.
Oh, whip.
Faster! Faster!
Investigation check me, my dog.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and roll that strength check.
A 10.
Hey, so you're gonna laugh.
Ah.
It's a 25, or sorry, a 23 because it's a strength check. My modifier is +3, meaning it's a natural 20.
Cool. Yeah, you get it to budge. And she just goes, my room is cooler, but okay.
No, your way's probably faster, but there you go. And then when I shrink back down, I'll just get it, pop on the cart.
I mean, I was cool with that.
I think I find it.
You do not find a whip, but searching around, you do find
Something else.
Digging through her personal property, you find
Her diary.
Super secret diary.
Dear Diary. I finally met those heroes I was looking for
a
today.
wooden
They're
trunk
kinda
covered in
dicks.
claw marks, a narrow wardrobe containing sets of fine clothes, 2 traveler's clothes, several pairs of shoes, a harlequin mask, and 3 wigs. A climber's kit, a disguise kit, a healer's kit, and a poisoner's kit. A lyre with golden strings,
Whoa.
a sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken, and a silver ewer, and 5 chicken eggs.
A silver what now?
EWER.
It's like a skewer.
A ewer?
And a tiny
So that's an
wooden
instrument.
box. But no.
It's a pitcher.
Yeah, an ewer is a pitcher.
Is it?
It's a large mouth
I'm a
pitcher.
little upset by
Well,
this
I thought it was
information.
10. My bad.
What? I feel like my life's gonna become a lie
so
real quick.
She
Feel like
holds her
I
hands
found
out
more than
and
what I
she
wanted.
is taking reins, and then she just goes Drovash, and then you watch as
Thestrals.
2 spectral draft horses just magically appear out of the mist, and she's holding sort of like phantom reins from the horse.
Whoa.
Oh, that's pretty fucking cool.
It's a neat trick. Yes.
That's cooler than what I did.
Do you have to summon them from the card or could you
Magical
just summon them?
horses.
They are bound to the cart. And saying the magic words will make them appear or disappear.
Did
What
Britannia's
was the
cart
word?
have any horses attached to it?
I don't think it did when we saw it. I thought it was like stationary.
Yeah, I don't think there was a horse on it. There was a
That's
That's
battle.
what, that's what I'm
Inside.
curious about with all of those wigs and the mask and the disguise kit and the lyre.
Oh.
Mm.
Where's
No.
the saber-toothed tiger?
In
Did
some
not
pocket
have
dimension.
There is the cage.
Any horses.
There is a cage.
Interesting. There were no horses in Britannia's cart.
My life feels a little.
And we
ruined
didn't
right now.
we didn't explore the cart, so because we didn't want to get fucking mauled.
Here, let me test this. Octavia. No shit, she didn't respond.
You open the one of the wooden boxes and you find a couple of weapons, but you don't find a whip.
No.
Spoilers.
She whips the horses and eventually getting onto the path heading east back towards Valaki. As you're all somewhat sure what your next goal will be in the coming days, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh, cool.
Can I have one more question?
Yeah.
No.